What the hell? Okay, great start. Episode number 80. Again with the stance, part 3. Okay, so we talked about part 1 and 2, right? 1 is this motion, right? Part 2 is the bend. So part 3 is going to combine 3 and 4, the opening and the finalization of the Yichikima. Okay, so when we get to this point where we tuck in, we have that tension and we're feeling it, our center of gravity is still in place, right? So now we're going to basically open up at this point, okay? So when we open up, we're shifting off the heel. So if you can imagine, right, here's a ball, okay? Here's the ball, here's the center of the ball. In there's the center. You have leeway to control your center of gravity from back and forward, and that's what we're actually doing. And not only are we doing, like, for example, here's my center of gravity, and since I have to shift, right? Now it's gonna require me to adjust my weight a little, so it moves a little bit back for me to adjust it to open up in this manner. The problem that people face and have with this thing is this motion, as far as this tension of the pull and this sit, as soon as they open it up, the butt sticks out, right? So you gotta maintain that tension straight, and basically when you open here and still maintain that the entire time. Right, so no different from 1 and 2. 1, you want to maintain your center of gravity straight in the center. 2, you want to maintain your center of gravity straight in the center. 3 and 4, still the same thing, but now your center of gravity is being tested to the maximum back, and then the next motion will be the maximum forward. And notice these motions, right, is basically from here. When I do this motion, open, close, right? So from here, don't think. A lot of people think, when I do this motion and I bend my knee, down, down, down. You're not going down, down, down. All right, you've already adjusted that center of gravity. If you look at it, this motion here controls your center. You got to control your center of gravity on the way down. Then this touches center of gravity moving to the maximum back, and this moves your center of gravity moving from the ball of the foot instead of the back of the heel. Okay, so that's so key. You're controlling it from, you can say from here. This grace period to this grace period is what you're doing from open to close. But notice I'm not doing it where I'm leaning back, leaning forward. I got to maintain it from every single time when I do this. Straight, still straight, still straight, still straight the entire time. Okay, you're controlling it. I'm asking you to drive your Ichikima like it's a car. Control it to go straight. Don't force it to go straight. Just control it so it's going straight the entire time. That's what you're looking to do, okay? So, when you do this, right, obviously we want to do all, here's again, just to reemphasize the things from the very beginning. 1, we know the entire time, center of gravity stays in the middle. You should control it, don't lock it. How's that? Super simple. Step 1, 2, 3, and 4. Control it, don't lock it, okay? So I don't have to repeat myself over and over again. Step 1 is what? Chest in, belly big. Maintain that, right? Chest in, belly big, right? Leads to what? Tension in the back of the neck. Gotta feel that, like you're being pulled up by like a puppet master, right? Second one, I sit in my chair. So when I sit in my chair, right? I got that tension, okay? Third one, I open up, maintain. My maximum opening up moves me to the back of the heel. My maximum to the front moves me to the front of the heel. It's so minute. You shouldn't be rocking forward and back like this, or you should be bobbing down, or you should not be bobbing down, up and down from this as well. Notice when I look at it, I've already predetermined my center of gravity as far as the knee level right here. Open, open. You didn't see me go low, 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 or high, up, down, and so forth. I already maintained it. I control it at that level as well. Boom, boom. Still controlling it the entire time. So, some of the things that you're going to face when doing this, right? Some people are tight. They can't open this motion like this, right? Actually, let's not talk about that. I won't go into the details as far as what are some of the obstacles that you're gonna face when doing the Yichikima. Just know that this is what you're looking to do when you practice part 3 and 4. Okay, I know this is episode 3 of this again with the stance, but this is actually part 3, right? Open this part, and there's your center of gravity in place. If you do and maintain everything correctly, right? If you do everything correctly at that point, okay? When I do this, right? If I do this right, I don't go like this afterwards. See, I have to adjust it, and I was like, oh, it feels kind of off, I'm gonna adjust it. Or if I do it kind of wrong, and it's kind of wide, I was like, oh, okay, I adjust it. Nothing wrong with that. I rather, if you do open it up and it feels off, I rather you correct it. But basically, along the way, from 1 to 4, something was off. Because if you do all the motions correctly, then when I open up, you're already there. See, I don't have to make any minor adjustments. I already controlled every aspect that I talked about in parts 1, 2, and 3, and 4 that you should be doing and maintaining. Okay? So, simple enough, right? Always, what? Drive the car, drive it straight, keep it in the center of gravity in the middle of the line. Don't hold it, don't force it, but just control it, okay? Then if you can remember all the finer points as far as checklist from part 1, 2, 3, and 4, just with a little practice, you'll be able to memorize this stuff to Yichikima, and then you are on a better, bigger road to getting good Wing Chun, okay? Now, tips later on how to develop this and what you need to do and so forth will be there, but for now, let's keep that in mind. If you have any questions, okay, you have questions, just ask. All right.